Cantrill. I'm the CTO of Joyent. I'm the one, through an errant tweet, be careful what you tweet, ended up organizing this conference. So I know I'm not the only person to have done this, but boy, never tweet, wouldn't it be great if there's a conference if, or that, because you end up with such overwhelming response that we had to do the systems we love. So just to give credit where it's due, this is really due to Papers We Love. I saw that people are aware of Papers We Love. Great movement. This is effectively a journal club, but reimagined and happening all over the world. If you haven't gone to one of these meetups, you need to, because focusing on interesting, great research, focusing on things that people love, often older stuff, sometimes newer stuff, but often older stuff. And it's just a good reminder that good stuff is out there, great stuff is out there. Things worthy of love are out there. Because let's face it, as technologists, we often don't spend our days on the stuff we love necessarily, right? It's the stuff that we don't love that needs the attention. It's the things that we love are the things that we often only get to look at from afar. So I think it's important that we celebrate those, and that's why I think Papers We Love is so energizing. So huge credit to that movement, and I was thinking, God, Papers We Love is great, but it is restricted to academic papers, something that we practitioners have a very hard time participating in. It would be great to have a systems we love. And that thought had entered my brain for about 30 nanoseconds before the fingers were already tweeting it. This is some sort of aphasia I've had where I've got no sort of kind of self-regulation. And the next thing you know, I'm organizing this conference. And the people are liking this tweet and saying, oh, yes, definitely want to go, need, want, you know, I'm getting all like the GIFs and so on. So all right, fine, get it. We'll do a systems we love. But I was still procrastinating maybe a little bit on it because, like, God, organizing a conference, I don't know. And fortunately, at Joyent, we are bonded by the love of systems. Systems we love is very much our bonding force. I think this is true for other companies as well, but for us, certainly, we love systems. And so the engineers at Joyent really wanted to have this conference. And in particular, I've got a call every other week with the engineers, and one engineer, Patrick Mooney, just would not stop asking about systems we love. So like, any other questions? Any other questions? Hint, like, we're over time, no questions. He's like, yeah, what about systems we love? What's going on with that? I'm like, Patrick, okay. Yes, yes, we need to do systems we love. So thanks to Patrick, and then I was able to convince Joyent to pay for it because this doesn't quite pay for itself. I know it's impossible to think that when you're swiping your credit card, it doesn't pay for itself. But you know, we were a venture-funded startup. This is the way we think we do business. We were really happy to get Joyent to sponsor it. And again, Joyent was willing to sponsor it because we know that our customers, our employees, our friends, our community come from this shared ethos, these shared values of systems we love. So we know that in the room there are some future people that we'll work with. We'll work together maybe in open source, maybe you'll work at Joyent, whatever. So we're really happy to have you here, and we were really happy to sponsor it. Also, HashiCorp has sponsored the Wi-Fi, so thank you very much. They got hopefully people got the ID up there, and people are on the Wi-Fi. So when you're putting together a conference, you I wanted to get a real diversity of everything at this conference. May have overshot the mark on that. We got a lot of exciting stuff today. I wanted diversity of everything, and that means a diverse program committee. I was very, very lucky, and everybody that I asked to join the program committee did so really enthusiastically, which I'm really grateful for. And I'm going to actually try to go through this. You got Camille Fournier, James Nugent, Kelsey Hightower, Ines Sombra, Katie McCaffrey, Bridget Cromhout, Jess Frizzell, Matt Smiley, Roman Shapachnik. I'm probably forgetting one or two people. And then from Joyent, a bunch of folks volunteered to step up. Jordan Hendricks, Cody Mello, Alex Wilson, Josh Kulo, Robert Mustaki, Dave Pacheco, Patrick Mooney, Jerry Jelinek, Ryan Zazeski. I'm sure I forgot someone in there. Adam Leventhal. Adam Leventhal. Who else did I forget? Hopefully not anyone else. That's, I think, everybody. If I have forgotten you, it's not because I don't love you. It's only because the coffee didn't show up. So really excited, terrific program. Julie Evans, I knew I forgot one, and these are going to be occurring to me all day. Really terrific program committee, and maybe too terrific, because I was hoping we would have maybe 20 submissions, and then we would have 5 talks, and we got 162 submissions. And you're thinking well, that's okay if all of them are crap. And then you start reading them, and you're like, oh my God, these are really good submissions. So we had 100, and anyone on the program committee will tell you this, that this is not claptrap. These were great submissions, great stuff. There's a big community out here of people like us who love systems, which we all love systems. We know this is a peculiar affectation we have, right? I mean, have you done the systems demo, the canonical systems demo, the thing you've worked so hard on, and you demonstrate it, you're like, and look, it boots, yes. And didn't it always boot? It's no. But I've changed where the nucleus page is. I've totally redone the kernel linker. Trust me, it is a miracle that it boots. Everyone's like, okay, that seems great. You spent a lot of time on this. It's you don't understand. And then, of course, just to prove the point, the system in front of you fails explosively. And people are like, whoa, what's going on? It looks like you got some work to do. It's okay, I need to be by myself so I can weep, please. But that's systems work, right? Systems work is the stuff that we take deep intrinsic satisfaction in, and good thing, because it's very hard for people outside of systems to really appreciate software systems. I think for people outside of systems, this is like a conference on tax code we love. They're like, okay, really? And yeah, and we ran out of coffee. It was terrible. It's but there were only 3 people there. No, there were a lot more than 3 people there. So I think to the outside world, this might appear a bit strange. But to us, and I think it's very reaffirming that so many people share our love for systems. So I'm really looking forward to an awesome day today. A couple of mechanics. It is packed to the gills. So we're doing a bit of an experiment. We are engaged in human experimentation on all of us, and we'll see if we all die of exhaustion by about 2 o'clock. But we've got a packed day, should be great. We are going to have a member of the program committee introduce each group of talks. So we've got 4 groups of talks. We'll have a member of the program committee introduce each group, and then if I could ask that speakers before that group, you have a break before we go, go back to the booth and introduce yourself to the person who's going to be introducing you, and so on. So I know we've done that for our first group. One other, actually, just final note, in terms of the way, how did we get from 162 talks to the 19 that you're seeing today? It was excruciatingly difficult. One of the things that we did is that it was completely blind. We didn't want, one of the things I don't really like about industry conferences is it can be a bit of an insider's club. It's kind of people you know, people you've seen present. We deliberetely wanted to make it blind. And it was a fun experiment, because there were a lot of people in the program committee that actually had a submission, and you're totally blind to how other people are looking at your submission. So we were completely blind, and until the end, when we kind of deblinded and made sure that we didn't, let in someone who's going to be a problem, but we didn't. It was good. There were no members of the alt-right or whatever. Sorry, alt-right, if you feel stigmatized, you're a member of the alt-right, I'm sorry, but you know what I'm talking about. Which is great, but as a result, one of the things that's exhilarating about today is we haven't let someone speak today or admitted them today based on presentations they've given in the past. We've got a lot of people actually who haven't presented a lot, or for some folks that are very early in their career, and this is going to be their first presentation on a group of certainly of this size. To me, that's really exciting, because that's how people grow and build themselves and so on. But I know we're going to be really supportive as a group, and I know I'm really excited because we've got a lot of younger folks who are presenting today, which to me is very exciting. It shows that the love of systems is definitely, the torch is being passed to the next generation for sure. All right, that's enough from me. I'm sorry to make us already late. We're going to try to run not too far behind. With that, I'm going to introduce our first MC, Adam Leventhal, who needs no introduction. Adam, sorry.